Welcome to the Barker Podcast Collection.
I suck, you suck, I suck at Call of Duty. You suck. You suck. You suck.
Welcome to the Not Playing Podcast. My name's Rob Howard, and this week I'm joined by
Marcus Hurley.
Wanted to start this off quickly by mentioning a couple of games we've not been playing. It's the Not Playing Podcast after all. Titanfall 2, I have not played yet, but it's completely tanked, apparently. They put it out like the week after Battlefield. Which
is the dumbest move they could possibly have done.
I know, it's mad, isn't it?
I don't understand. Considering this is the game that's supposed to save their franchise.
Yeah.
It's like, we had a good idea for a game, but it wasn't quite finished, and we don't have any more money to finish it. So we'll wait for the game to sell, and then we'll get a slot in which Microsoft will publish, or EA will publish. Is it EA?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll publish this for us. But we'll put it out when possibly the biggest Battlefield game ever is being released.
Apparently EA's justification for it is that Battlefield's like a tactical game and Titanfall's like more of a kind of quick fix action game.
But that's ridiculous. That's like bringing out a story about a bloke in a sheet running around with doing parlor tricks when Doctor Strange comes out.
Yeah.
called Doctor Weird.
Yeah. No, I think they were desperate to get it out before Call of Duty. I would have waited until New Year because I'm looking at the release slate for like early next year and there's not a lot going on, especially not like big multiplayer shooters.
Well, I would say they launched it and no one knew it was out.
Yeah.
The general response I've heard is that people go, oh, it's out already.
Yeah.
I think everyone expects it to be pushed back because of Battlefield, and then they want to concentrate on Infinite Warfare. And then you've got the end of year sales and stuff. You don't want to bring out a new game then.
Yeah.
So I would have thought it would have been February 2017.
Yeah, I think maybe they were worried because I think the first one came out at a similar time like that, and it didn't do so well. I think there were other factors involved with it not doing well, like it not having a single-player campaign. And this one does have a single-player campaign, but £50 for 6 hours? I'll wait.
Yeah. I mean, I was only looking forward to it because I was thinking, oh my God, for what, they've actually, well, a lot of things have happened since, I don't understand their mindset. I mean, all of the world has changed since the first game came out, literally. The landscape has changed. We've got VR. VR's come out. PlayStation VR is a thing.
Yeah.
Xbox VR is becoming a thing. Crazy.
It seems to be going that way.
And you've got the Xbox Play Anywhere. So PC and Xbox people can play together.
Yeah.
So you've got a unified platform, in some respect. So I don't understand why they wouldn't wait a few months and bring it out. It just seems like a bit of a no-brainer because now they've shot themselves in the foot because they've got no sales for it, really. And they're going to have to try and recoup that with some other nonsense.
Well,
like a discounted sale at the start of the year or something.
I think at the end of the day, they'll probably still shift a few million copies of it, and also Battlefield sales will offset the Titanfall sales as far as EA is concerned, but it's not good for the actual studios developing the games.
No.
10,000 concurrent users apparently on PC, which is shit for a game that's just come out.
10,000, that's all.
Yeah. Another game I've not been playing is Elite Dangerous, which just had a massive update. I just can't keep up with it anymore, but essentially this one allows you to have a fighter ship inside your ship, and you can also now do passenger missions. And there's some like real big depth in that. Like you can the people that the passengers themselves have like wants and needs, and if you fly into danger, like they might bugger off when you get to the next starport. So
rather than being just a space trucker, you could be a space busman.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, like, and they've taken
Awesome.
it really seriously, like, and they've put loads of like thought and depth into it. Like, you have to buy, like, to have a ship that can take these passengers, you have to have certain grade. You know, if you want to run a like celebrity or something over to another
Yeah.
place, you need to have a first class cabin. You know, so
Oh, wow.
and that costs money. So it all works out.
Oh my god.
So you have to have like a certain level of ship. Like, some of them won't even go in your ship unless you've got
Yeah.
like a Rolls Royce kind of ship. So
You turn up an equivalent of the Falcon, they'll just snub you.
yeah, you've got no chance.
I'm not getting in that.
Exactly,
Good
yeah,
junk.
yeah. So that's quite good. But anyway, let's talk about some games we have been playing. And a game that
Yeah.
we've both played is Eagle Flight, which you tried
Yeah.
out on the PlayStation VR, right?
Yep, I did. Courtesy of work, actually.
Cool.
It was a nice little demo. I gotta say, I haven't really had much experience with VR, apart from like Game Boy VR way back in the day, and a few bits and pieces in London's Trocadero when it was trying to take off and then crashed and burned.
Yeah, and you tried the
But-
Gear VR on New Year's, I think.
Yeah,
So do
I
you
did.
remember?
Yeah, that was a pretty interesting experience.
Yeah.
I mean, but I gotta say, as a budget base level spec for VR, PlayStation VR is pretty fun.
Yeah.
God knows what I'm going to be like with a Oculus or a Vive.
Vive.
Yeah.
Yep.
But Eagle Flight on the PSVR, I was really getting into that.
Yeah.
It just takes you away. It just literally, you forget you're in a room with like 5 or 6 other people and your colleagues. And I'm like head bobbing and all that, trying to fly between the legs of an elephant.
Yeah. Well, I was
This
finding
is
when
what
I was playing it that, well, first of all, like, it's really good sensation of flight. I previously played Amiga Agent, and that was really good, but that enabled you full control, like, so you could stop.
Okay.
In Eagle Flight, you're always moving, and
Yeah.
so yeah, to basically you're steering with your head. But I did find the other day as I was playing it, it felt more natural for me to actually move my entire body. So I ended up doing that after playing it for a few hours. I mean, I've only played about two hours or so. But the remarkable thing about Eagle Flight is what it is, for my money, the first AAA VR game. It's a fully open world built out like any other Ubisoft game. Apparently it started off as a team of like 3 or 4 people, and then they took that demo to E3 and it did really well. So then they were like, right, okay, the Oculus will be out, PSVR's coming out then, let's staff up and make this into a proper Ubisoft game, and they've really done it. It's got like a full-on single player game. It's got a 3v3 multiplayer, which is nuts. I tried it.
Yeah, you have. Oh.
I will say, when I did try it, it's telling how much of an install base VR has, or the Oculus has, because I played one game the night it came out, I think, and it was like 2v1. So, yeah, I mean, it might have picked up now, but there's not really been a lot of marketing behind this game at all. I think they're purely hoping that, you know, it will exist in those storefronts for the various systems.
I think it's I think when Christmas hits, from what I can tell, when it becomes the big thing for Christmas, I think it might be one of those games that gets pushed forwards.
Is it actually
at
out
the
for
moment-
PSVR yet?
No, it's not. I don't think it's out.
Oh, here we go.
I'm thinking the end of November. But
Yeah. I think they've staggered it because it's not out for Vive yet either.
no, I think they're waiting until have it near the end, as close to near the end of the year as possible.
Yeah.
Because that's why you would go for the big toy, isn't it? It's the big thing that households are going to go. It's like, oh my god, let's splash our money on a PlayStation VR or a Oculus or whatever. Probably not an Oculus if you're a family.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's actually doing quite well on Metacritic. It's not quite in the green, but as more reviews are coming out, it's doing better and better. So, yeah, I'm really interested in how well it does. Actually,
I remember thinking that the graphical style of it might be an issue because it's a bit cartoony, but I was surprised at how quickly that just goes away. You quickly get pulled into this world. And when you're sort of bobbing and weaving and doing all sorts, it's just you and this environment all around you, and everything else is just gone. Everything else does not matter.
Yeah.
It's just you versus all the obstacles, getting how close you can fly along the ground and skim through, see if you can, thread the little part of the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, thread the needle, isn't it?
There's so many crazy things you can do. And then you've got the whole sort of Star Fox-esque going through the rings, a little challenge and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is quite fun.
They really mix it
I've not
up.
played the PvP bit, but it sounds nuts because you've got this eagle cry, haven't you? That is a locator and sort of attacking option.
Yeah, it's like a very slow moving sort of projectile.
Yeah.
It's like a ring of force that you send out, and it just gives it like a more arcadey feel. I mean, they could have made the game without it really, but it's kind of fun to do. And because you find like there's some missions where you're sort of escorting another eagle, and you've got other eagles flying in to attack that one, and you're like flying around like trying to defend it. But it can be quite weird because the way you sort of have to tilt to turn, and it's ever so easy to just look around and then tilt, and then you find yourself a bit on the piss. And I found myself like, because I'm on a swivel chair here playing it, and I'm finding that like I'm like round this way, and I take the headset off, and I'm like looking at the wall. I'm like, what the hell happened? That
actually happened in the office. A few people were ended up facing the other way completely on the sofa.
Yeah.
Even though they were still travelling in the same direction, which is a bit odd, but to say the least.
Yeah, no, it totally plays off your like flinch reflex. As you're coming close to a tree or whatever, you will instinctively back away from it. And that's what kind of allows you to do those sort of crazy manoeuvres that I don't think you'd be able to do on a controller.
No.
Yeah, it's
because it's the time taken for the thing to go from your brain to your hands, and then your hands to perform that action.
Yeah.
Whereas if you just, like you say, a flinch response is instant.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm curious as to where they take it. I just almost think that Nintendo, they really should have taken something like this, because I would have loved to have played Star Fox like that.
Yeah,
it would have been amazing.
Well, we're talking about Nintendo in a bit. You've also been playing Forza Horizon 3, right? How's that working out?
I have, yeah. It's a lot of fun. I drive like a lunatic, so I'm probably not the best person to review it. I accidentally found out that you can go through fences and trees and stuff. So, not through trees, you kind of go into trees.
Yeah, around them.
Decided the best shortcut between two places is through 15 hedges and off a cliff. So,
awesome.
So I'm probably the worst person. So my avatar, which is, you get a driver avatar that actually just bombs around when you're not playing it. So if you go online and you see some people, because I thought my friends were online, because I literally was driving along this highway, and then I saw two people literally in convoy. I went, that looks like Dave and John. Spun 180 round, went after them, and they were just completely ignoring me. And then I was chasing them for ages, literally just like across these roads and everything.
Yeah.
Got into work on the Monday. I said, oh yeah, so how did you enjoy Forza? They weren't on it.
Yeah,
Who the hell was I racing? Avatars.
Yeah. They're drivatars. That's basically AI that's kind of tweaked to behave as your.
But they do crazy stuff. Like one of them was literally crashing through fences and stuff, and I could have swore that it was him. It's just like, okay.
And you're playing.
But yeah, no. I mean, I'm enjoying it. I mean, it's the same with most driving games I get nowadays. I've got little personal goals. If there's a Mustang in there, I must acquire the Mustang. It's kind of like the Oculus Lumen from the Strain. I must acquire the Mustang. It's a sickness. But there's a couple in there, so I'm working my way up through them. I've sprayed it green. I've changed the license plate to bullet. I'm happy. I'm driving around.
Cool. Oh, that's great. And you're playing that on Xbox One?
I am. Actually, I should say graphically, it looks really good.
Yeah, I've heard, yeah.
It looks really good. The idea is that I think you set up challenges and stuff and everything else, and you're running the festival this time round. I didn't play any of the other Horizon ones, but originally you were just the driver. I think, taking part in it. Whereas now you have to build the festival up.
Right,
So you drive to different
okay.
locations, take part in races, build up spectator points and stuff, and then you unlock a new challenge in a new area. Which is quite nice. But yeah, the game starts off with launching the festival. You race someone in a Jeep, but the Jeep is being carried by a helicopter flying through a jungle.
Mental.
It's the most insane race I've possibly been in. But anyway, yeah, a lot of fun. I'll keep going back to it. It will be my driving game for a while, I think.
Yeah, I've heard really good things. It's like another one of the cross plays, isn't it? So you can Xbox
and
anywhere.
You can jump in and out as well, as and when sort of you invite other people.
Cool. I've been playing Skyrim Special Edition. I thought I would see if my save would work, because I'm on PC. So I had a save. I was about 80 hours into it. I'd done all the mage quests, and I was hoping that my save would port over to the Special Edition. So it did work. So hurrah!
Oh, nice.
So yeah, I did about 10 hours over the weekend. And yeah, it's really good. It's difficult to tell like how much better it actually looks, because you know your eyes are the biggest liars. You know, you always think you always look at old things and go, yeah, I remember how that looked just like that, when it didn't. You know, so yeah, apparently like the lighting is improved. I think some of the character models look better, and obviously it just runs like a dream now, because my PC's way overpowered for a 5-year-old game. So, but yeah, I'm deep back into Skyrim again, in a big way, and hopefully maybe this time I'll finish it. But it's such a big game.
Yeah,
it really is. The only other thing I've been playing is that I got to play a little bit of the beta of Gwent, which is the card game, similar to Hearthstone, I suppose. It's the card game that's in The Witcher 3. So what they've done is they've taken what was like a side game thing and made it into its own like Hearthstone free-to-play thing.
Nice.
So
yeah, I'm checking it out now. Actually, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, they've obviously tarted it up a bit, added a few extra like cards with different abilities. But the thing that's different to in Gwent is that it's 3 rounds and you only have one deck. So it's all about kind of bluffing and sort of trying to. It's like a lot of I don't know how to say. It's sort of it's like it's a bluffing game really, and sort of trying to know when to press the advantage or when to hold back, because obviously it's the best of 3. So it's interesting. If you liked it in Witcher, and you fancy playing that in its own right, then definitely give it a look. Well, it's in beta right now, so unless you signed up a few months ago, you probably won't get in. But if you sign up now, then there might be a chance when they do the open beta. This is a closed beta. Although it's CD Projekt Red, so they don't have an NDA. They're quite happy for people to stream it and talk about it, because they're awesome. Nice. And they know they've got a good product that they've got some faith in. So.
Well, it's free marketing for them, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But yeah, no, if you sign up now, then you might get in the open beta when they roll it out later. But yeah, I've got no idea when it's actually out, but they're doing it exactly the same as all these games that are coming out now. The Elder Scrolls have got one. There's a few other indie ones as well. But yeah, it's pretty good. This has been the Not Playing Podcast in partnership with notlistening.co.uk, where you can also hear myself and Ian talk about movies and TV on the Not Watching Podcast, and Adam, Ash and Will talk about all manner of funny things on the Not Listening Podcast. You can email us at notplayingpodcast@gmail.com, or you can tweet at or follow us on Twitter at notplayingpod. You can find the show notes for this show at notlistening.co.uk, and if you're listening to us on iTunes, please do give us a review. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for listening. See ya.
My friend, I'm inclined to agree, 'cause I suck at